What's up, guys? It's Alex from StackTrading.com. We had a great day today, and I hope you had a great day as well. It's 12:25 p.m. Eastern, and I'm pretty much done for the day. Made about 1,200 bucks this morning, which is my daily goal, and on to the next trade. If I don't see any good setups in the afternoons, I probably won't take any other trades. I'm really heavy focused in the morning, and then I take the rest of the day to do what I want. So before I jump into the trades of the day, give us a like, subscribe to the channel, turn on that notifications button, and it'll all help us out with the YouTube algorithm, especially when we keep publishing new videos and content for you guys. So let's jump into how we traded today. Today, I've got to say I scalped a lot, but the most rewarding trades were FUBO, the triple Qs, and of course, Tesla. But I'm just going to focus on FUBO and triple Qs for today. So FUBO, let's start off with this one. This stock was gapping up pretty significantly. I think in pre-market it was gapping up almost as high as 20% because of solid earnings report. They had really good forward guidance, and the stock was gapping up. It got really rewarded in the after hours yesterday and in pre-market. But I knew coming in that I wanted to short FUBO. And the reason why is because the gap up was pretty intense. A 20% gap up on a stock like FUBO. I expected profit taking on bag holders that are holding on to FUBO shares that are probably going to take advantage of this pop, especially knowing what's happening in the background. You've got, weakness in tech names, rotation moving out of those high growth names and high PE ratios. And FUBO kind of fits in that category, right? Where it's a high growth name and there's a lot of risk involved with this name. So I told our traders in pre-market that I was looking to short FUBO. And before I actually go into how I shorted it, one thing that was really important with today's news is that we had inflation number come in and it was extremely high. So much so, look at the triple Qs chart here. Let me just adjust this. You could see on this candlestick at 8:30, the triple Qs were trading at 323.44 and came down to as low as 319.11 in one 5-minute candlestick. I mean, the jolt was pretty strong. The reaction was pretty strong when those numbers came out. So actually during that time, I was long SQQQ before the report even came out. I actually went long SQQQ right after 7 o'clock in this zone right here. Did have a little pullback. And the reason why I got into SQQQ long was because I can't short in pre-market. So I told everyone in the live trading room, I gave the alert that I was going to go long SQQQ in case we got really hot inflation numbers. Clearly you can see that the market sold off. SQQQ is the inverse of the QQQ ETF, and it just ripped to the upside. I ended up taking my profits up in this zone. I did not hold it, but you can see that the market sold off even more. But it was a nice way to start my day in the green, and so that's how I played it in pre-market. And when the market opened, we did end up taking puts on the triple Qs as well. So I guess since I'm talking about the Qs, let me just go ahead and go over this trade, then I'll go over FUBO. So with the triple Qs, the market opened up. It was very choppy in this zone, as you can see right here. This is a chop city, as I like to call it. So I had to wait for a proper entry point on the triple Qs, and I found my entry right here. So I got into 320 puts on this trade right here, on that setup, break of this consolidation, and you can see that the ETF and the NASDAQ sold off. I ended up taking my profits right here. Why? Because this was the pre-market low of that 8:30 reaction to the inflation numbers, and I took my profits there because I told myself, well, do I expect a further sell-off? Yes, but for me at that point, I was up 15% on my puts with size, and I felt comfortable taking profits in that area just in case we got a bounce off of that pre-market low. Granted, I'm not a perfect trader, so while I took my profits, the market sold off a bit more. and you can see we're all the way down here at 316 when I took my profits at 319. So did I leave money on the table? Absolutely, but nonetheless, I walked away making money. So because the NASDAQ was weak, the S&P 500 has been weak as well, I knew that this gap up on FUBO wasn't really going to hold. So I actually took my first short on FUBO practically right out of the gates. Yep. In the first minute of the day, I took a short on FUBO. So I took a short on this candlestick right here on FUBO, and the stock pretty much immediately sold off. Oh, where's the detailed quote on it? Sold off, and I ended up taking my profits down in this zone right here. So I normally trade, just to give some perspective, I normally trade about 1,000 shares of FUBO. And just in general, actually, I trade normally with about 1,000 shares, whether I go long or short. And I took that quick scalp. Then I did make some additional calls to short FUBO. For instance, right here, I know a lot of our traders took short on FUBO, and I also called to short FUBO in this zone right here as the market accelerated to sell off. Here you can see FUBO breaking down. Especially, I like that it broke down and broke below this double bottom that is set on the 5-minute time frame. Another thing that I noticed on FUBO is that it was trading, it found a little bit of support here on the 200-day moving average and the 5-minute, but once the 8 MA and the 20 started to break below that 200, I was telling our traders that you know, FUBO's got some more downside, especially if the market's going to sell off. So FUBO has been a nice short. I only took FUBO right here in the first 5-10 minutes of the day, made the profits that I needed to make, that I was looking for. I did make additional calls to short FUBO, and those were profitable trades for the traders who took it. So these were really nice gainers for not only for myself, but for Taj and for a lot of traders in our live trading room. I could give you a sneak peek of how we traded Tesla, but I covered Tesla yesterday, so I honestly didn't want to cover it today again. But I shorted Tesla in this zone at 615 and ended up taking profits here, and there were additional scalp zones, right, that we called to short Tesla. So I made pretty significant gains on Tesla. I took Tesla short on my retirement accounts, and Tesla puts to be exact. So with Tesla, I think overall made almost a little bit, maybe over 20 to 25% gains on the puts. So today spent a lot of time scalping, but those scalps do accumulate and add up to, you know, the daily goal that I personally have, which is over $1,000 a day. So with that being said, guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the video and you learned a little bit from how I trade and the technicals that I look for. If you've got any questions, feel free to comment below, ask any questions, and give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.